Hey guys, TripleJ here. I know I haven't uploaded anything in a while that was a lot of gameplay wise or walkthrough wise, so I decided to do this just so I have something up. And this video, it's a little series I've been thinking of making about how my brain actually works, like how it works and thinks during the day. Let me get a bit more explain that a bit more deeply. There are times during the day where something small will happen and my brain will think something based on it. Then my brain kind of has a conversation with itself, which sometimes either goes longer than I expect or just goes to weird places. I'm hoping you're keeping up so far. And I'm just hoping that this will let you guys know a bit more about how my thought process works. I'm sure everyone has their little moments like these where they think a weird thought or two and then push it aside. My brain will actually have conversations or even argue with itself. Might make me sound insane, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. Anyway, let me tell you one I thought of a while ago. This one is about busking. Because I'm one of those people that are more than happy to drop coins for buskers, whether they are singing, playing an instrument, or even doing magic. Even if they are terrible, I will still put coins in to make their day just a little better. Well, a while ago, I was going into a shop where I had to cross the road a little to get from the car to the pathway with one of the doors that led inside the store. While walking along the path, there was a busker singing and playing his guitar. And because I had some coin on me, I gave him some. I think it was about $2, so that was my phone. Anyway, I went into the shop, bought what I needed, and left. But I left from the door that was further away from the busker and started crossing the road. So I'm heading towards the car. So I've crossed the road and I'm heading towards the car. But then I started thinking, what if people see me crossing the road and just think that I'm avoiding the busker? I know I gave him money, but they don't. Also, if they are with their kids, the parents would point at me and say something like, "See that man over there, honey? He didn't want to give this man that is performing any money. That man is a dick." Now, I usually don't care what other people think of me unless they are children. It's kind of like when someone calls you ugly, you just shrug it off like it was nothing. While on the inside, you are thinking things like, "You're only saying that because you're jealous that I look better." But if a kid says you're ugly, it just tears you up inside. Now imagine if they called you a dick because of a misunderstanding. Then I looked at the busker while he was whistling away on the part of his song for far too long. And then I started thinking to myself, even if I wanted to give him money, if I hadn't before, I would at least like to hear some singing instead of standing there for 20 seconds waiting for him to open his goddamn mouth. I'd be one of the guys that if I was standing there waiting for him to sing, I'd probably yell something along the lines like, "Hey Dick, how about you sing something already, or I'm just gonna keep my fucking money." At that point, I would actually be a dick. So I just tried brushing it off, but in the back of my mind I was thinking, should I walk back over there and give him some coins just so people don't think that about me? And then another part of my brain thought, we already passed him, so if we turn back around and walk back, they'll think the only reason I'm turning around is because I'm worried what other people are thinking. Another part of my brain, a third part said, but isn't that the reason that we would be turning around? And the second part of my brain told the third part to shut up. At that point, I had a headache and was already in the car with my dad, so I tried my hardest to drop everything. And then, not long afterwards, this is about using gay as an insult. It has nothing to do with the fact that I'm gay myself. While I was sitting in Subway waiting for a large drink, because they surprisingly didn't have any at the counter. Like, they had that when you ask for a large drink, they have to give you like a large cup, and then you fill it yourself. But they didn't have any at the counter, so they had to go grab one. So I was just waiting around, and I heard some kids running around and playing outside. One of the kids had a bandage on their knee and clearly needed a second or two to rest it, because it was obvious they had some kind of injury. And I felt sympathetic for the kid, not only because I have a knee problem myself, but also because they're a kid with knee problems. It is bad enough having a knee problem when you're my age, but when you're a child and have all that youthful energy and can't let it out, it's kind of sad. Anyway, I heard the kid say, "I need a minute, my knee is starting to hurt." I'm guessing, I don't know what I'm saying. And then they sat down on one of the chairs outside, rubbing their knee, trying to make it feel better. And one of the kid's friends decided to be a dick and yelled, "Oh, come on, hurry up, only gays need to rest their baby feet, so they don't mess up their pedicure." My mind just started to go, what the fuck, in 5 different places. I really wanted to go out there and kick his ass, but by the time I got up, the kid with the bad knee had already got up and walked away. I started thinking to myself, is being called really an insult? Like, being called gay really an insult? Obviously, I'm trying to avoid my prejudiced thought patterns because I'm gay myself, but I start to think in the mind patterns of a straight guy. Oh boy, was that fun to do. All those macho thoughts that existed to hide insecurities, and I also wouldn't be able to say without sounding like a child trying to sound tough. All that I could think of was that it just meant that you like someone of the same gender. But is that really classified as an insult? It just kind of sounds like if you get called something you aren't, it is automatically an insult nowadays. Like, if someone came up to me and said something like, "You're a train," I should be insulted. But I also started to think, if you walked up to a gay man and said, "You're straight," that wouldn't be insulting. They would just say something along the lines of, "Sorry, I'm gay," and move on. So I'm just curious about why being called gay is an insult when being called straight isn't. Is it just because it differs from the norm? I don't know. Surprisingly, I'm getting a bit off topic. It is still along the thoughts about being gay used as an insult, but I remembered in school when on a casual day, a kid I didn't like came up to me and said, "You look gay in those clothes." By the way, this took a place and time when I thought I was straight. But my reaction wasn't the normal one that others get. I said out loud, "Is that an insult?" And they all looked at me confused and said, "Yes, why wouldn't it?" My reply, simply because my brain and my mouth don't communicate, was, well, gays are stereotypically known for having very good fashion sense, so I'm a little confused if you're trying to insult my clothes or tell me I have good fashion sense. They were still looking at me confused, and all they could say was just, "What?" I then continued and said, "To dumb it down, are you insulting me or complimenting me on my clothes? Because if you are insulting me, I don't care. But if you're complimenting me, does that mean you're coming on to me? If it is the second one, don't flatter yourself." I just slapped his cheek gently and walked away. By the time the thought had finished, they had finally brought out my cup and I had yet another headache. So those are the kind of thought patterns my brain goes through. So I highly doubt it, but if you guys could follow along with what I was talking about, hopefully it can help you understand how I function a bit more. I don't think I have any kind of mental disability or anything when it comes to shit like that, but my brain, I do think, works a bit differently than others. Like, I overanalyze, I throw myself into from one subject to another, to another, to another. My brain has conversations with itself to try to think of other things. That last one may be something, but I don't know. Anyway, again, I'm starting to rant again when I'm trying to end a rant video. Anyways, so like I said, I hope this helps you understand. If you guys would like more of something like this, just let me know and I'll see what else I can think of. But that's pretty much it. I don't know how much editing I'm going to be putting into this kind of video, so don't be surprised if it's not a whole lot or if it's not too flashy or anything like that. But I hope you enjoyed and hope this helps you understand me a little bit more. So thank you for watching and I'll talk to you later. Bye!